Yeah, that was a specialist record label. You know your stuff, Martin, don't you? We did two main things. One was we imported some of the first serious reggae music from Jamaica. And we also did the theme music from the TV series Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, which was a classical song sung by one of the choristers of St Paul's Cathedral.
Yeah, it was an award winner, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, won the Ivan Novello Award for the best TV theme of the year.
Do you remember much about Flintlock as well? Because I'm trying to remember for the life of me. I can't remember the name of the drummer who went on to become an actor and all sorts of things.
I was only peripherally involved in that. It was mainly Jimmy Edwards who was involved with Flintlock, and I helped out on a couple of things, but I wasn't really at the centre of that, so I didn't really know them that well.
And Paul King, I mentioned, of course, former Mungo Jerry, and a number of things that he'd done. Do you keep in touch with all your old mates?
Quite a number, yes. Funnily enough, I was speaking in America the other day to a friend from Blackpool called John McIndoe, who went over to America and became a big star with a TV programme called The Bugaloos, which I think was shown here in a couple of seasons some years ago, but in America everyone grew up on it. Paul King, who now lives down in Cornwall, I speak to from time to time, a great talent, Paul. Underrated, should have been a great star in my opinion. Mungo Jerry, if you remember, in the summertime with that kind of folk blues kind of feel, and Paul was brilliant at that. He was a superb artist. It's a shame that he didn't get the recognition he deserved.
I just got a text message from a listener who says, "Is it Mike Hurst who used to present Teen Scene on television?"
My God, who remembers
and it
that?
Wasn't it? It only ran for a short time, though, didn't it?
Oh my God! And do you know what? On Teen Scene, he interviewed Bob Dylan on Bob Dylan's first visit to this country, and Mike was telling him the difficulty he had in getting Bob to actually say anything. Wow! Someone remembers Teen Scene. Brilliant. I'm going to tell Mike that. He'll be well pleased.
The text message says, "Is it the same Mike Hurst who presented Teen Scene?" And also, because if it is, it's the same Mike Hurst who worked with Shawaddy Waddy, the Leicester band.
That's right.
And that's Mike, isn't it?
That is him, the very man, yes, Shawaddy Waddy. He produced all those great things for Shawaddy Waddy. And Shakin' Stevens, too, he produced as well, yeah.
We've already sort of mentioned a few Leicestershire links for you. Have you been very much involved with Leicester and Leicestershire over the years?
Not really, since I moved out of Leicester when I was 16 and came to London, and I've lived all over the world. But I've always followed and gone to see the football team. I've always followed and gone to see the cricket team. And, of course, I've still got some family still left in Leicester who I visit from time to time.
In your formative years, anybody locally who inspired you to take up music at all? Piano teacher or anybody in particular?
Oh, yes. I mean, there are many. I had a very early piano teacher in up on the Narborough Road, Mrs. Dacey, who was Austrian and who first got me interested in playing the piano seriously. And then I went to Lutterworth Grammar School, as it was then, and the music teacher there, Cedric Carnell, had a major influence. I mean, there was a brilliant man. He got me singing in the choir. We sang operas, we sang everything, and we sang Old English madrigals and won competitions as a 16-part choir. So, yes, I mean, this Leicester really formed my whole musical experience.
And it's incredible just how many, and we forget often, don't we? Some of the big names always get the credits and the headlines, Engelbert and others, but just how many famous musicians and bands and so on have come from this area over the years.
Unbelievable. I remember back when the Mersey beat explosion, when the Beatles and all those started, and I think there was Birmingham had about 300, 400 bands, but Leicester had about 300 bands playing. I mean, it was incredible, absolutely incredible. There was music everywhere you went. I mean, in village halls, in clubs in the town, everywhere. And yeah, you're right. There are some amazing people come out of Leicester. And Mike was telling me that Shawaddy Waddy, when he heard them, they were one of the most authentic sounding rock and roll bands that he'd ever heard.
Thanks again for watching. Don't forget there are many more videos on the channel. If you enjoy any of them, please click on the like button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss out in the future, and above all, if you can, please subscribe. Thank you.